Hello guys, and welcome to a new WARNO video today by me, Vulcan. In this one I'm excited to share with you a first look at KORPUS DESANTOWY, a new Polish division available in the NORTHAG expansion. I believe it stands for Landing Corps, so it's going to be an interesting one, and this will certainly test my pronunciation. But we'll jump on in, and just a note, what you see today is a work in progress and therefore subject to change. Let's go through all the units, starting in the logistics tab. So here we have ourselves UAZ supply vehicles. Only 300 supply per vehicle, but 100 km/h speed, 25 points, 20 on a card. Then we have the BAW, which comes with 500 supply, 90 km/h speed, is amphibious, 25 points, cost 12 on a card. So same cost as the UAZ. UAZ costs a little bit more because it is forward deployable as well. Then we have ourselves the Topaz. This is 40 points, 2 front armor, reasonably priced but low availability with only 2 on a card. Then we have the PTSM, so 55 points, 1,500 supply. It's very, very big. These are very easy to spot. I will say that much. But you get 4 on a card for 55 points. It's perfectly fine. And then there's the MI6, which comes with the 2,000 supply, 10 health, big supply helicopter. It's decent. It's the same as the other 2,000 supply helicopters, really. Then we have the UAZ leader, 85 points, 2 on a card, can be forward deployed, 100 km/h road speed, and then the BRDM2, which is your armored leader, but you get 3 on a card, which is nice. But they're 100 points each with 100 km/h speed. So this is actually quite a nice card just because of the availability. The cost, maybe not so much, but yeah, an interesting one. All right, moving on to the infantry tab. This is where my pronunciation will be tested. So first of all, we have the Blueberry PKM. There's the Desant PKM as well, which can forward deploy. Then we have the DESANTOWY, which is your like airborne pioneers, I guess. 6 strength squad with the Komar for a leader. It's okay. Can be brought in with the amphibious MAW. Then we have the DESANTOWY. So forward deployable pioneers, 9 strength squad with satchel charge and shock trait. Pretty nice actually. And then we have the flamer squad here, which is only a 3-man squad with a flamethrower. Not a huge fan of this, to be honest. I think they're going to get killed so quickly, so easily, that it's not even worth bringing them in. Yeah, having like a flamethrower on such a small squad is really rough. I mean, you could have them so they back up your other infantry, and then maybe they won't get killed so quickly, but yeah, that's going to be tough to micro for sure to get value out of them. Interesting. Well, then we have more of the Blueberry. These are the Blueberry engineers. So this is actually only a 3 strength leader with the Komar and smoke grenade. Can be brought in with the MAW or the Topaz. They have shock and resolute trait. Then we have the Blueberry Sappers, 9 strength squad with 8 AKs, PKM, satchel, and the RPG 7VM. There's something so awesome about like the Polish close range infantry having both satchels and an AT weapon. It just makes them like so much more unique. But yeah, shock trait, resolute trait. This is a really good squad. Can't be forward deployed though. And then we have, is that a triple flamethrower squad? Oh my, okay. 70 cost, triple flamer squad. Huh. Really curious how quickly these can melt enemy troops at close range. These could be like the ultimate close range infantry in the entire game. Can be brought in with the amphibious transport and the Topaz 2A. The Topaz is also amphibious, by the way. Only coming armed with a PKT though. Right, then we have the Desant Droznia, which are your AT squad with the 2 RPG 7VLs, and then the AK on each of them as well. I think this is a good squad for sort of maybe accompanying even your decent already close range infantry. Like if you have some of these hanging around behind the blueberries, that's going to be super strong. Then we got more of the blueberries, the Nabitsky Bereti. This is the leader, 8-man leader with smoke grenade and the Komar for 50 points. Only 2 on a card though, little unfortunate because otherwise it's a pretty strong infantry leader. UAZ Topaz 2 AP is nice. Getting that KPVT and the PKT there. And then we got the standard blueberries, which is a 12-man squad with 10 AKs, 2 PKMs, and the RPG 7VM. So yeah, really, really nice squads, these blueberries. Topaz 2A, KPVT on the 2 AP variant. Very nice. Then we have the Desant SPG-9, so forward deployable, and the Desant Fargo, so forward deployable HGM, which can also be pretty scary. Just quite expensive. Then we have the UAZ SPG-9, the Desant Ochrona. So this is like a security unit. They have security trait, military police. Oh, this is like just straight up airborne military police. Okay. So they are airborne forward deployable with shock trait. They have the military police trait and security trait. That's really nice. These accompanying your elite troops to the front is huge. Alright, then we have the Virgo M, which can come in with the Topaz 2, but the Topaz SPG-9, which comes with double SPG-9 on it. That is awesome. That could actually be pretty strong. Right, then we have the Commandosi. Okay. 5 Tantals, 3 PKMs, and the RPG-7VM for 60 points. Decent veterancy, shock trait, special forces trait. Special forces trait means they take less suppression and deal more damage in close combat. I think just in combat in general. And then the shock trait is the inflicting more suppression when fighting at close ranges. So these could be pretty good, especially with triple PKM. Alright, now we have the Spadochroniaja. Spadochroniaja, I think is how it's pronounced, roughly. We have a decent-ish leader here. 100 points for RPG 7VM and smoke grenade on a 6-man squad. Forward deployments are 100 cost though. Then we have the standard paratroopers, so 7 AKMs, RPK, because they've got AKMs, actually doing more damage, and then SVD RPG 7VM. Okay, I mean, the veterancy on these is nice. There's a squad with Metis as well. Okay, 8 AKMs, RPK, Metis. And then there's a triple PKM variant. All of these are so good. And look at the activation points on this. Oh, we're going to have such a gorgeous infantry tab. This is going to be incredible. All right, artillery. 82mm mortar, just because, you know, be different. Then we got the 120mm mortar. Then there's the WP-8Z rocket launcher. It fires 140mm rockets. I mean, I've got to try it out. It's probably going to be pretty trash, but we'll give it a go. There's the Vasilek. Actually, 2 cards of Vasileks. 4 on a card. And then there's Gvozdikas. Only 1 card of Gvozdika. And then we have 2 cards of Grads, which is really nice, and 2 cards of Malkas as well. Oh boy. Okay. Nice. I mean, these things do a lot of damage if they hit the mark. Moving on to the tank tab. PT-76s. Oh yeah. So leader PT-76. For 55 points, it's not too bad, honestly. But then we have the 40-point normal PT-76s. Like 10 penetration on that main gun, if you're using them offensively, is absolutely trash. The main benefit of these is that they're resolute and they can move across water, which might be handy in some situations. But you're probably better off relying on these jeeps, which have the Fargo. But the good stealth here allows you to hide them all over the place. Same with the VRDM Maliotka P. Again, good stealth. Decent speed. This has armor as well. Then we have the ASU-85, which is very interesting. It's been added to the game. Last time I saw one of these was in Wargame Red Dragon. 16 penetration, 1,925 meter range, 55% accuracy thanks to the 2-vat base. But only 6 front armor. I'm not sure how useful these are going to be. I'm really not sure. But you can get a lot of cards of them. I guess maybe they can trade up, because the penetration is relatively good for the price. You think like a T80 is like 20 points more and has basically this like similar gun. But you're getting way more, like in terms of armor, turret capability, speed, extra machine gun from a T55. Yeah, I'm just not sure the ASU-85 is going to be worth it over a T55, like ever. It doesn't even get smoke as well. I mean, T55 doesn't get smoke either, but the ASU-85 just has no benefit over the T55. Anyway, you do get the T55 line, which includes the T55AD, which is the command variant of the standard T55. The standard T55 has 11 front armor, 16 penetration, 1,925 meter range, only 7 round per minute rate of fire. Actually, that's a good point. Rate of fire. Oh, the rate of fire is actually way more in the ASU-85. Okay, so that might make it worth bringing. Maybe. And then we have the T55AS, which is the one with the mine clearer. Really, really good to have these if you're going to be doing any sort of tank maneuvers in this division, right? I mean, I think any division that has some sort of mine clearing vehicle should always be used to accompany your tanks, because it's just really good for those situations where you get hit by like an AT from somewhere like a building or a tree line or something, and you just don't have the line of sight to kill it. So you just dump a mine clearing round on it and it's just dead. Simple as that. Alright, moving on to the recon. Sniper. Special Forces sniper this is. With shock trait, airborne, and the sniper traits. The sniper trait is nice because it gives an extra level of stealth. And you get an extra damage boost and accuracy boost when not moving. So it's pretty nice. That does take 10 seconds to take effect, by the way. But yeah, I think the sniper is probably going to be relatively useful in this division because it doesn't look like you have that many options. Like this is the Desant yeah, 6-man squad with the Comar. Looking a little bit lackluster. Can be brought in with the UAZ or the Sokol. Then we have the BRDM2, classic KBVT armored recon. There's also PT-76s here in the recon tab. We have the Procyon recon helicopter. Oh wow, this is a SIGINT helicopter. Ah, that's really nice. Because basically, the way that SIGINT works is if an enemy unit is within the radius of a SIGINT unit, it tells you that there's a unit there. And because now this is in a helicopter, it's very maneuverable. It basically allows you to kind of maneuver around and kind of triangulate with just one unit where the enemy are in order to hit them with artillery. And since the artillery in this division is actually okay, yeah, that's a really, really nice thing to have. And then we have the Special Forces recon with GSR. Okay, so this is a decent squad. I mean, in terms of actual like firepower, it's not that great, but in terms of having the GSR trait on a 6-man squad, it is nice. So just use them in like a recon capacity, not in an actual fighting capacity. Then we have AA, so Strela 2M. They can be brought in with the Topaz 2AP, which has the KBVT, or the Topaz, which has the 22mm or 23mm on the back with the Strela 2M. Ah, that's an interesting combination. There's also the Desant version, which comes with base 1 veterancy but doesn't get that transport. Then there's the ZU-23-2, which comes with the Gaz truck, the 23-2 that has the Strela 2M on it, and then the truck, which has the 23mm and Strela 2M on it. Okay, I see how this is. That is a trash AA tab. But hey, I mean, at least you get 23mm with Strela 2Ms, right? Alright, moving on to the helicopter tab. We have Soccer with rockets. So 4 80mm rocket pods. It's probably pretty good for 100 points, honestly, for just like cleaning up things in your backline. There's the AA variant, which is actually very nice because they get the 60% accuracy. So this is actually a really good helicopter and has the rockets to boot for the same price. Then the Mi-24 variants are going to kind of suck because they use the Falanga. So this is the one with the 57mm rocket pods. This is the one with the 80mm rocket pods. Falanga's good in a pinch, but why use the Falanga when you can bring in the Mi-24W, which has the Kokon with the 2,800 meter range, which is much more useful. Still has 80mm rockets. Yeah, that's going to be the one you want to pick if you're bringing in more helicopters, which this division does have a lot of space for. Right, moving on to the air tab, we have ourselves the MiG-21 BIS AA, which comes with the R60 infrared plus the R3R air-to-air missile. You've got the Su-24Ms with rockets, the 155 points for the 4 240mm rockets, which I really don't find very reliable, but could be an anti-helicopter plane. We've got the rocket variant with 80mm rockets, probably actually going to be more effective than the 240mm. The 500 kilogram napalm variant, which I'm not sure how useful this is actually going to be, just because like napalm can be like pretty inconsistent. Like if it created a big enough area of effect, then it would be useful. But I think because of the way that napalm is at the moment, where it creates like these little circles of napalm, unless something just sits in it, which it doesn't by default because they automatically try and move out of it, it just doesn't do enough damage to warrant the price. Then we have the MiG-29 AA1, which is 220 points. It has the R73 with 65% accuracy and the R27R, which is nice, 55% accuracy, 8,475 meter range. That's actually a really good loadout. And then there's the MiG-29 with 6 infrared as well. Okay, so that's going to be your anti-helicopter, not an Su-22. And then we have the 4 250 kilogram bomb cluster variant of the Su-22. We've got the KH-29T variant, Saria 30, and then there's also a SEED variant, which comes with a 4,750 meter range anti-radar missile. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. The air tab, in terms of the MiGs, really nice. Su-22 is pretty standard though. Alright, let's put together a deck. This is actually going to be a really interesting one. I'm really looking forward to playing around with the infantry tab. So I think we have to go for boats. So both of the amphibious transports. We'll bring in this because we need more supply. And then the BRDM, I think. Infantry tab. Alright, so we do have 3 leaders. Am I going to be bringing leaders in the tank tab? Maybe. Probably not, though, if I can help it. So what leaders do I want from here? This leader is probably the best one. I am tempted to bring it in the 2AP, but I don't think we will. We'll just do that one in the UAZ. We definitely want these with the Metis. And I'm going to bring in the PKM variant as well, because having like a 9-man squad with 3 PKMs is really nice. Now, the question is... actually, we'll probably bring in that leader. That will give us 7 leaders. So, am I bringing in the standard unit there? I think this Desant Commandosi is going to be pretty useful to bring early. I would like to bring the Ochrona. We definitely want some of this. Yeah, some of these units. So that's 90 km per hour on road, 60 km per hour off road. Yeah, we'll bring those in with those. That's pointless. That's pointless because it's the same as this, just worse. Okay. Do I bring in any of these 12-man squads? It's a pretty juicy squad. Maybe I bring in those with the Topaz 2 AP. What did I just remove? The Ochrona. Definitely want the Ochrona. I'm really liking this infantry tab, it's good. The only thing it's lacking is 80 gems, but the 80 gems in this tab kind of suck. The big problem I think you might have though if you don't bring any 80 gems is like, how do you deal with enemy heavy tanks at long range? You got the Metis, but that is about it. Maybe I can't be greedy and bring 2 cards of these. And then we definitely have to bring in some sort of 80 gem. Okay. Definitely grads. Do I need to bring these? Probably not. We'll just do grads. I want to try this thing out, so it's not going to be very good. I would say I would recommend probably bringing in 2 cards of grads and Gvodska, because the Gvodska can provide you with some smoke. I think. If not, then probably best to just go for like an 82mm mortar or something aside from the grads. But yeah, I'm just going to try out this for now. Like smoke's going to be super important in this division, so you'll need that support from your artillery tab in order to like overcome enemy heavy armor. Right, we've got T55 AS in there for sure. Probably some standard T55s. And then I'm thinking Maliotka Ps. Recon tab. I want snipers, we want these, we want those. BRDMs, I think is probably all I'm going to do there. AA tab. Let's just bring in some of those. I might even just go to that. That's probably the best way to do things. So we'll bring in some of these as well. Or make them 1 bet. So these are good because they're going to be there for the start of the game, and then everything after that is just going to be these. Okay, and then helicopters, we definitely want air-to-air helicopters, we want the Mi-24Ws, and then in the air tab, Seed is a must if you can bring it. The Seria 30 and the Su-22 cluster. This tab is basically just going to be the way in which you shut down enemy heavy armor. So what do I want? We'll probably do 2 cards of these. Make sure we have that strong air-to-air. Just for more helicopters, I suppose. That'll do. I don't know if I maybe want the 100-point rocket ones instead, but 135 points. It's probably worth it. Alright, there it is. We'll just call it as it is. Corpus DESANTOWY. Very, very cool division. We'll save that. Come out. And there it is. I like the look of this division. It is a very interesting division with a lot of very strong infantry. It's going to be a matter of flattening things with grads, using air and helicopter support properly, and then pushing using smoke. Now, I don't have the smoke option really added to this division, but yeah, I think smoke and smoke mortars is going to be pretty important. So do bear that in mind if you're going to build this deck for yourself. But I really want to try out those rocket launchers, and then I'll probably switch them out afterwards. I mean, actually, what I could do, in theory, is just take out one of the grads for now instead, because otherwise this division is going to be unplayable without the smoke support. Okay, cool. There it is. Let me know what you think of the landing corps of the Polish. What an awesome division. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.